All you have to do is start a conversation over which actor makes the most money is bring up Kevin Costner. That is all that is required of you. You have an excellent understanding of the situation. Each episode of the show in which the artist appears earns him a remuneration of $1.3 million. This is the sole piece of information we have about the status of his payment at the moment. So let's discuss. First, let's look at an overview of this TV star, Kevin Costner. Kevin stars and executive produces the series. Kevin Costner is the highest paid TV actor per episode. Variety said Wednesday that the 67-year-old Hollywood veteran is making $1.3 million each episode. Costner portrays John Dutton, whose family has owned a Montana ranch for 6 generations. Each season has exceeded the previous, with season 4's viewership 4 times that of the first. Costner, whose beginning compensation for season 1 was $500,000 per episode, renegotiated his contract to $1.2 million per episode for season 4. Now he's earning an additional $100,000 each episode to return. Kevin Costner earned $1.3 million per episode for the 5th season of Yellowstone, Variety reported Wednesday. Yellowstone, which premiered on Paramount Network in 2018, produces Paramount Plus. It generated 2 prequel shows, 1883 starring Faith Hill and Tim McGraw, which aired in December 2021, and 1923, whose co-stars Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren would receive $1 million each episode. Yellowstone was popular with spectators despite being called anti-wake. He hasn't found the same popularity in Hollywood, which has disregarded him at award events despite 10 million viewers. This month's Emmy nominations omitted the series from the Best Drama category. Costner, who won 2 Oscars for Dances with Wolves, was also snubbed. Let's look at another actor who earns the same amount as Kevin Costner does and see how they compare. Mahershala Ali, 48, who also earns $1.3 million per episode of the forthcoming miniseries The Plot for Disney Plus and Hulu, is another actor who shares the highest grossing title on television. The Plot will be available on both Disney Plus and Hulu. According to Variety, he makes an additional $1.3 million each episode for the miniseries titled The Plot, which is now being produced for Disney Plus and Hulu. Ali is a 2-time Academy Award winner and rose to prominence as a result of the film Moonlight, which was directed by Barry Jenkins and released in 2016. After that, he went on to take home the trophy for Best Supporting Actor at the 2019 Academy Awards for his work in the film Green Book. According to Variety, a number of famous actors are turning down pay offers of $1 million for each episode of major television projects. These include Sylvester Stallone for the role of Tulsa King, Michael Keaton for the role of Dubisek, Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd for The Shrink Next Door, and Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso. When they signed a contract to return for seasons 9 and 10 of the smash sitcom Friends on NBC in 2002, the actors of the show created Hollywood history by agreeing to be paid $1 million for each episode. Moving on, let's look at the setting of Yellowstone. Yellowstone tells the narrative of the Dutton family, led by John Dutton, who runs the biggest farm in the United States. Yellowstone was inspired by the true events that took place in Yellowstone National Park. The conflict that drives the story, which takes place in the 1880s, stems from Dutton's desire to keep his riches and his property, despite the fact that both are under continual threat from avaricious land developers, a Native American reserve, and an honorary national park. John, the head of the family farm and the 6th generation of the Dutton family, is played by Kevin Costner. The part of John's son, Case Dutton, a former United States Marine who is married to a Native American lady, is played by Luke Grimes, who is best known for his appearances in the films American Sniper and 50 Shades of Grey. The character of John's daughter, Beth Dutton, is portrayed by English actress Kelly Riley. Beth is a brilliant manipulator and financier, but she is also addicted to drugs and devoted to her father. Rip Wheeler, John's right-hand guy and Beth's love interest, is played by Cole Hauser, an experienced actor whose previous films include Good Will Hunting and The Breakup. Hauser is known for his bewildered and confused performances in those films. Since the show's debut episode, which had 2.83 million views in 2018, the show's popularity has continued to rise. Over 5 million viewers had tuned in for at least one episode of The World is Purple by the time the 3rd season came to a close. An estimated 8.38 million people watched the launch of the last 4 episodes of the show's 4th season. Up next comes the launch of the newest season of this very profitable series, Yellowstone. Yellowstone's loyal audience has been waiting patiently for an update on the show's 5th season, and it has finally arrived, having triumphed over competition to become the most popular series ever to be shown in the United States of America in 2021, according to the predictions made by the Paramount Network on May May 18th, the debut is scheduled to take place on Sunday, November 13th. The startling news of its debut was made public only days before the production began. That's right, the executive producer David had verified his claims in an interview with Variety in January that the program was scheduled to begin in May. The episodes of the presidential television series will be published in 2 parts, each of which will consist of 7 episodes, for a total of 14 episodes. How riveting is that? In the most recent seasons of the show, there has never been an episode like this. On Yellowstone's official Instagram page, there is an announcement confirming the news of its release. Moving on, what are some speculations about the newest season of Yellowstone? Fans are mystified by the fact that Luke Grimes is now pursuing a career in music. Fans are interested in knowing how his real-life job will influence his portrayal of Case in Yellowstone. Some viewers, such as the user Redditor Gone Crazy, have speculated that the character Luke Grimes would perish at some point during the events of Yellowstone. He bolsters his case by pointing out that Luke Grimes does not seem to be pursuing his acting profession seriously for the foreseeable future. Other fans on the discussion board agree with him, and Dark Mayer revealed that when he heard the news of Luke Grimes' new music career, it opened up some questions in his mind, and he was wondering if Luke was going to be killed off in Season 4. His opinion is shared by other fans as well, and they support it. As the season comes to a dramatic close with all of the failed efforts and the breakup, there is a risk that he may be eliminated from the show. The fear expressed by the fans seems to be echoed by everyone on the discussion board. The situation with Luke won't be resolved until the first episode of the 5th season, so viewers will have to hold their breath until then. If you want to know more about the incredible story that will unfold in Yellowstone Season 5, all you have to do is follow the show's Instagram page. Finally, Kevin Costner discusses the end of Yellowstone and when he'll retire. Kevin Costner hasn't retired yet. E.T.'s Cassie DeLaura chatted with Costner at the Paramount Plus UK premiere on Tuesday about Yellowstone's 5th season and how long he wants to appear. Costner doesn't know when the program will conclude, but has no intentions to quit soon. "No, I don't know how it ends," Costner said. He joked, "I'll quit if it doesn't." Costner, who portrays Montana rancher John Dutton, says he'll stick around until the program stops being interesting. "I'll keep going until we're no longer intriguing, and for now, that's okay. I have hobbies outside of filmmaking and everything else I do." Costner stated that when he'd leave Yellowstone, Costner stated he had much to learn next. "I grew raised conservatively. I believed the earth was flat," actor 67 confessed. "I had a decent foundation, but I believed I had a lot to learn. I know very little." Costner: "When I depart, I'll mourn books I never read, music I never heard, and tales. Leftovers. Season 5 is in the works, and there's Emmy chatter." Costner is thrilled to get the award, but he says producing excellent work is more essential. "We've been doing the same job since the first season, and that's crucial to me. The recognition comes. Keep writing strong. Keep doing what we're doing, and folks will catch up," Costner contributed. "It's not hard to be popular. You can do a lot to be recognized, but if you're wanting to be relevant in your own life, you may need to do things that are essential to you. How nice it is if the world matches your life. If you take a successful concept and tweak it, you can make money." Continuing, "It's common and not bad, but I can't act that way. I discovered Yellowstone unmade. I love the narrative and believe we could do it, so I'm not surprised it's terrific. It exploding isn't always predictable." Yellowstone Season 5 premieres on Paramount Plus on November 13th. What do you think about Kevin's speculation? That's all for today. Hope you liked it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. Thanks for watching.